Hello. I'm back. If you notice, the sound quality should hopefully be a bit better. I'm not in my car using my phone. I'm in my house using a microphone that I bought. I don't know what type of mic this is. I might put it on screen, might not. Don't know. Anyways, last night I was gonna talk about something fun or something interesting or something I'm interested in, but last night, yesterday was Sunday. Today's Monday, and so the day starts like okay, it's Sunday morning, get up, get ready for church, go to church. After church, my mom needs to go drop something at someone's house, right? She has her own car, she knows how to drive, but no. Isaac, you drive. So I drove her there, and I was supposed to take her to a store, two stores actually, as well. But I had other things to do. Thankfully, I was able to do those things. Um, so that happened, and then I came back home after doing the thing, and then I was relaxing, and then she came, and then so I wanted to play League of Legends. If you don't know what that is, it's a MOBA, pretty fun. Been playing it for like since middle school, and so my thing with League is that if she is in the house and she is awake, I prefer not to play the game because I know that there's a high chance that she will interrupt me. So she was in the house and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna play right now because I know she's in the house, she's awake, right? So I'm gonna wait till the lights are off, she's in bed, you know what I mean? Then I'll boot up. So I waited, right? I did other things, I was waiting. Finally, she goes to bed and I'm like, okay. And this I waited for like maybe 2 hours, right, for that to happen. So lights off, she's lying in bed, I'm like, finally it's my time. I queue up, I get into a game, I'm playing Top Garen. I walk to, so like the games take like 30 minutes, right? And the queue time's like maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, and then you have to pick your champion, that's like another 1 to 2 minutes. Load time's like a minute, so like 6 minutes in between. So I I'm in the game and I'm like a minute into the game. The game hasn't even started because like it takes like a minute for it to start once you're in the game because you have to wait for the minions to spawn. So I'm in the game waiting for the minions and I get called. Now I e- fine. You haven't called me for the past 2 hours. Fine, right? So she comes like, oh, there's a check that you need to put into a bank account. Here's the check. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Why not? So I take the check. So I have to go get her bag, bring the bag to her because she can't get up and get the bag herself. I get the bag, give her the bag. She pulls out the check, shows it to me. I take the check, boom. I go back. I think by the time I get back, and the thing about League is that if you're gone for like 3 minutes, you're kind of cut fucked, right? So I get back. I'm playing Garen top against a Yone. This Yone is now, so I still got experience from like being around the minions. So we're both level 3, but the Yone has 20 CS over me. Luckily, the Yone was like not good, right? I think he was like new, or they were new to playing the character. So I was able to come back. I got like 3 kills on them. I lowered the CS gap immensely, and the game was looking winnable, right? It was looking like, okay, I can come back from this, right? Which was very lucky, by the way. That's like not something that normally happens. So I'm now like, okay, I can do this, and my computer setup is right next to the printer, and I see a paper is being printed, and I'm like, oh, that must be my mom, right, printing a paper, and I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. Um, I'm not gonna pick that up and give it to her. I'll give it to her when I have time, right? Then I hear her getting up and walking over, and I'm like, that's when maybe she just wants to go pick up the paper. So she comes, and I pick up the paper, and I give her, like, here's your paper, and she's like, oh no, I need you to scan that for me. okay. So, and then she's like, oh, sorry, I was supposed to do this since Friday, but I'm busy. Can you scan this for me? Okay. So I leave the game. I leave the game, scan the thing, right? I have to go to the email. Actually, I didn't scan. I had to, because she already had the file that had both of the pages, but she only wanted one. So I edited the file, emailed it. Boom. They're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I know I bother you so much. Sorry. Okay, thank you." She leaves. I'm thinking, okay, we're good now, right? Surely we're good. Um, I get to play one full game, right? Because after that, I boot up again. I get a Garen game. It goes well. We win. That's one game, right? So by the time I finish that game, it's like 11. And I'm thinking, like, okay, let me play like one more, like one or two more. Because, I don't have anything going on tomorrow, so I can go to sleep late. Let me see if I can do like one or two more. I boot up the second game. I'm playing Yasuo top. And I go through champ select. The game is loading, and she calls me again. So, and this is where I have to talk about like a different issue that I have with this, because I don't mind helping if it's for something that you are unable to do yourself. Like the scanning thing, she tried to learn how to do it and then she gave up. So it's like I'm the only person that can scan documents for some stupid reason, right? So I don't mind that because it's like that's something only I can do because other people don't want to learn how to do that, right? And they don't really have because like I scan through HP Smart, so, and I'm the only one that has like a Windows, I'm the only one that has like Windows computers. She has like all Apple products, so I'm the only one that can do this. Although I'm sure there's other ways she can scan things through Apple, but she doesn't want to find that out. Just ask Isaac to do it. Anyways, so I I'm in the game. No, first. So there are things that she's unable to do that I don't mind helping with, right? Carrying heavy things, reaching high places, scanning things. Because, like, I am more technically educated than her, right? I know how to maneuver technology better than her, which is fine, right? So I don't mind helping if that's the case, right? Because it's like, okay, I'm doing something that actually has value, right? I'm bringing value to you to help you do something that you're unable to do. What I strongly dislike is when I am told to do the most menial like task. For example, when she got home, she told me, Isaac, get me a paper and pen. And I was like, oh, sure. We haven't started the bullshit yet, right? I was like, oh yeah, sure, why not? That's no problem. Because here's the thing. Well, I'll say it in the end. But so I got the paper, right? I got the paper, gave her the paper, and right next to her bed, right, she has this big ass cup of pens. So I gave her the pen. So I give her the paper, give the pen. I walk away. She's like, oh no, you're gonna write for me. What the fuck? You can't write? And I look at her like, why? You can't write? And she's like, oh, you can't help me with it? I'm like, oh. So then I'm sitting here while she's eating her food and watching TV, and I'm writing down 5 things that she could easily do herself when she's done eating. But no, Isaac has nothing going on. Let him write it. Because your hands are way too weak for you to be able to just pick up a pen and write down like 5 things. Anyways, I wrote the thing, I walked away. This third time that she called me when I was in the middle of booting up this game was because she was on Amazon looking for bowls. And there were 2 bowls that she liked. They are both 16 ounces, but in the picture, it seemed like one of them was bigger. So she's asking me, does this look bigger? And I'm looking at her like, if they both say 16, they're both 16. Like, and I'm just like, do you not know what perspective is? if they take the picture a certain way, yeah, one's gonna look taller than the other. But if they're both being sold and labeled as 16-ounce bowls, what are we talking about? And then she's like, oh, yeah. And it's just like, oh my God. It's just, oh. So then I go back. The game was canceled, thankfully, because, you know, I wasn't there. And I didn't boot up again. I was like, I was going to play another one, but I'm like, what's the point? What's the point? If I play another one, then some new shit's going to happen, and I'm going to be called again. I'm just like, no. And the part that really pissed me off was that, like I said in the beginning, I only play League when I know that she is about to go to sleep or is asleep. Because that's the only time I can get that nice big amount of time where there's no interruptions. And it's like I did that, and it's like it wasn't enough. Because, like I said, I waited till lights were off, till she was in bed, and I got interrupted 3 fucking times. So I didn't play after that. I turned the computer off, went downstairs, ate, got a snack, and I watched anime till I went to bed. But my thing is this. I don't mind helping, because, like, what happened last night it was League of Legends, right? Another day it may be studying, right? Or I'm doing homework, or I'm doing like playing guitar, or I'm watching something, right? I'm watching a movie or something, right? It doesn't matter what I'm doing. Those interruptions will always happen. They will always happen. It's just inevitable. Like, there's just no, like, it will always happen. It doesn't matter if what I'm doing is unimportant, like playing a video game, or super important, like completing a project. She will always interrupt me. And I think I'm like reaching a boiling point. Now, as you can tell from the way I'm speaking, we're not like, we're not first video levels of angry, right? I slept it off. I'm fine now. But, I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, what I was gonna say was that I remember the day before, that was Saturday, I woke up and I had to go get groceries. Not even groceries. There was a youth event at my church, and she was like one of the coordinators. So she told me, oh, go to the store and buy this, this, and this for the youth event. I did that. When helter skelter, I got it. Youth event turnout was abysmal. Like, 7 people came, but that's besides the point. So like my whole morning, because that youth event went until like 3:30, and more like 4, because I still had to clean up, right? And I took someone there, so I had to go drop them off. So I get home like 4:30, right? And I'm like, okay, it's Saturday. I don't have to babysit today. I'm like, okay, surely I can just enjoy the rest of my day, completing some tasks, playing some games, watching some movies, like relaxing, right? No, I think it was like 5, and she's on the phone talking to someone, and she's saying like, oh yeah, I need to pick that up. Me and Isaac will be on our way. Keep in mind, she hasn't talked to me at all. And she's just signing me up to be her driver. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then she comes out and says, oh, Isaac, we need to go get this. No, we don't got to do shit. I'm sorry, we don't got to do shit. What are we talking about? You can drive. You have a car. What do you mean we got to go do this? No, we don't. So I have to go change my clothes, and I have to drive her to Montclair. And then we get to the place, and I'm thinking, okay, this is a quick go in, pick up the thing, leave. No, she gets out of the car, sits in that house, yapping, right? I got up from what I was doing to go sit in a car for damn near 30 minutes for her to just yap in a house with someone, right? She's just yapping in the house with the person for like damn near 40 minutes, right? Well, I'm in the car just being like, where is she? Then she comes like, oh, sorry. Yeah, we had to chit chat. So then after that, I'm just like, this is not real, right? This can't be real. So then after that, then we have to go to Upland, right? Which is on the way back home. We go to, and I remember on our way, she told the second person we're going to will be there in an hour 30. I'm like, an hour 30? This place is like at best 25 minutes from the house. What? I should have known by then. I'm like, and I looked at him like, an hour 30? Aren't we just I'm like, what do you mean an hour 30? He's like, well, I'm like, oh my God. So we waste the time at that place. Then we go to the other place, drop it off, and then we go back home. And I'm just like, dude, what is going on? Like, Jesus Christ. Because it's like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, like, now I'm the personal driver. Like, I don't mind helping you drive every now and then, but like no joke. I already told you 2 instances back to back, Sunday and Saturday. Believe it or not, the previous 2 days were the exact same thing. Isaac, drive me here. Isaac, drive me there. Isaac, drive me there. It's like, man, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Cause like I don't mind, and like I was trying to say in the beginning, I don't mind helping if it's something that you are unable to do, right? Something you are unable to do. But like at this point, it's like, huh? Like it just doesn't make sense. And then she'll say like, oh, well, you're not in school, so you shouldn't be busy. Don't act like if I was in school, you wouldn't be running me like a fucking slave. You would do the exact same thing. It doesn't matter if I'm in school or not. It really doesn't. And the thing is, I really can't wait to go back to school because thankfully I have school every day. I will be staying at school for a majority of the time. I don't care. Like, cause like my schedule is like pretty short. Like most days, I should be able to get back home like before noon. I'ma just stay at school. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'ma just stay at school because no. What are we doing? What are we doing? like it's insane. It's genuinely insane. Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And I know in one of the videos, the first one, I said like, if I disappeared, no suicidal. But if I disappeared, she would be fine. I don't know if I still believe that. Like genuinely, I don't because I don't know. I don't know if I honestly can believe that because I don't mind help like groceries, getting gas, doing this thing here and there. I don't mind having things to do that helps like the general household, right? I don't mind doing that. But when it's like constant, like just like the stupidest shit. Like she'll call me, right? And tell me to just like there'll be times and I'll end on this. There'll be times when she calls me and it's like not because she needs me to like help her or something, it's because she wants me to just stand there. Like straight up, just stand there. And like have me confirm whatever she like the ball thing I was talking about. Things like that. Those things irk me. Like it like it breaks something in me and I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing here? Because it's not like I'm standing there and like I'm doing something. I'm just standing there because she wants me to stand there. It's like, am I even human? What's happening? Like anyways. It's Monday. It's the 12th of August. I have to go back to school soon, unfortunately. But fortunately, I think I'd like to be out of this house a bit more often. That's in like 2 more weeks. I have other things I gotta do. I have the check that interrupted me yesterday that I have to go send. I have to go to Costco to go get air freshener. And I was gonna take a hike today, but that's not gonna happen. Probably I'll probably do it tomorrow. Um, yeah. Ooh, I hit the mic. Um, Hopefully the mic audio is good and you don't hear constantly. So yeah, and I'm gonna try and like I may not post. And there's a lot of things I want to talk about, but I may not post in a while. This was kind of like impromptu because like that shit was crazy last night. Like I was genuinely like about to crash out, but I'm gonna try and like learn because I use OpenShot Video Editor to edit the videos, but I kind of like don't know how to use it too well. So I kind of want to like learn it a bit, not to like be like super like heavily edited, but just to like do things that I want to do. Cause like sometimes I have an idea for like an edit, but like I don't really know how to do it without fucking up the whole thing. So yeah, that's all for me. Yeah, have a nice day.